So, hello, how's it going? I'm Andy. Welcome back to my living room and episode 2 of Scratch Build Basics. In this episode, I want to talk about arms and legs, and I had originally planned on making some arms and legs from plastic spoon handles, but quickly realised it would have been a better idea to try and show some other options first, just depending on what you have available. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with a base. I've got a wire coat hanger and some beads and some felt tips from the pound shop. They're great for tubes, even the lids are great. I'm going to cut everything to size. Obviously, depending on how long legs you want, you cut whatever size you need. Cut my pens down into smaller tubes. Just gonna drill some holes in the base, the same size as the wire coat hanger, so it fits nice and snug, and then they'll support themselves. That's a good thing about these legs. You don't need to worry about the feet having to hold your model up. They're fixed to the base, so they support themselves. It's good and strong. Made up these feet here just to show you that the feet don't even really need to be attached to the legs. They could just be glued to the base. Just made a quick body here from a fabric softener lid, just to try and show you how these legs would look on a body. And obviously spread up, they would be spot on. To me, those are decent legs, quick, easy, good and strong. An alternative to cutting up some pens would be just some drinking straws. The bendy bits make good knees. Again, just the wire coat hanger on your base. It's quick, it's good and sturdy, and I'll put the feet on here just to show you. It looks spot on to me. Another option would be taking a pen lid, well, 2 pen lids, and then getting a bead or some kind of ball. I've got a bacon bead here, and sticking them together with that. Wouldn't be quite as strong, but it'll work. So, on the plastic spoons and cotton buds. Plastic spoons and cotton buds. And this is what I started with. Very simple, not very strong, but it worked. Simply cut 2 handles, drill a hole, and pin them together. And that means you can angle your arm or leg whatever way you want and glue it up. You're good to go. So to try and beef it up, I'm going to glue them together in pairs, and just prepping a few here just before gluing them. Always make sure any surface I'm going to glue together, especially plastic, give it a good sand first. So I've got my basic version here. That's what I started with. And you can see it's very weak. They're not very strong at all, the spoons individually. So to try and solve that, stick them together like so. And we get that, which is much stronger. And just prep a few of those. Just playing with it here to see what I want to go for, what way I'm going to set it up. I think I'll double these up, that looks pretty good. Now that I have an idea what way everything is going to go together, I'll mark everything, get it all cut to size. Make sure you keep those offcuts. Just clean the edges up here with my Stanley knife. And then get a wee look here and see whereabouts I'm going to drill my holes. Just line it up. I think it's going to be pretty central. I'll get all my holes marked here and get them drilled out. And then get my cotton buds and start putting this together. That's those ready for glue. Set that to one side and look at another alternative. Again, I've got my spoon handle here. I'm going to cut a small piece. I'm actually going to cut a load of small pieces and glue them together like this. And a pair of those will make you a chain link. Pretty much a chain link. And these are great for arms or legs. Good and strong. Pin them together and it means you can pose your figure before you glue it. That's what I like about them. Same as before, just mark it, drill it and pin it. If you wanted to, you could go one step further, make it a wee bit more complicated, something like that. Okay, so I'll get these glued up and maybe think about attaching some feet. I think I've decided these are definitely going to be legs, and our last set that we built there, we'll use those for arms. I've decided what length I want them, so I'll get everything marked up and get it cut. And always remember, keep all those offcuts, they could come in handy. I'm just going to glue these in 90 degrees to each other, and I'll leave a wee bit of movement in the foot, and that means if I need to adjust it, I can adjust it from the foot. Like the arms I built previously there, I haven't glued those at all, which means I can still adjust them when I put them on the final build. That's the plan anyway. I'm using plenty of glue and baking powder. I want those joints to be nice and strong. Now for feet, you could simply just use a couple of lids. Good sturdy feet. Cut your legs there at whatever angle you want it to come in contact with the ground, or sand them down. And yeah, you're good to go. Just some lids. There's a clip from the pound shop. This one's a bit big, I think, but it would work if you wanted it to. Slightly smaller one there, that looks a bit better. That would work the same. Just another clip here from the pound shop. Nice and cheap, but make great feet. Yeah, I think these will work well. I'll just get them cut down with a Dremel, a bit smaller, and get a couple of holes drilled for pinning them. And yeah, these will be great feet. Later on I'll show you, I'm gonna glue some heavy bolts just to the inside, just to give it a wee bit of weight. I think that's a good idea for feet, making them a wee bit heavier. It stops them wanting to fall over as much. At this point I'm thinking, what am I going to use for an ankle? So I'll go to my offcuts there. this piece is maybe a bit small, but then remember I've got the offcuts from the bigger plastic fork that I stuck together, so that's going to work great. Just tidy it up with a Stanley knife, give it a good sand around those edges, and that's going to make a great sort of ankle heel attachment. Yeah, that's going to work well, but now I'm thinking, do I really want it that length, or should I maybe cut it down a bit, and then maybe that would be a good leg as it is. I think that's everything cut, ready for glue. I'll just fiddle with it here, see how it's going to interact with the ground, and then when I'm happy with it, I'll glue it up. Plenty of glue and baking powder. That's both ankles finished. I'll just trim back these cotton buds, but I'm going to leave them a wee bit long because sometimes I like to make a bit of a feature out of them later on. I can show you that later. And then I'll get these bolts glued into the toes. This just makes the feet a bit heavier, and then gives you the option if you want to make a magnetic base. You always have that option, but I just like the feet being a bit heavier. It stops the figure wanting to fall over. So that's it, 2 legs done. Not going to glue them any further, keep those ankles free. It means you can pose it when I stick them on the figure later on down the line. And then we've got our simple one, what we started with. And then we could use just basic wire on its own. Or we could take our lids and join them up with a ball. We've got the pen tubes on the wire, joined together with a bead. Or just a wire covered with a drinking straw. That bendy bit makes a really good knee. And then don't forget the chain link arms. We're going to use these for arms for the final figure. And then lastly, I want to mention these. I'm going to call them pistons. These are great for details. They also add some strength to your legs and they look cool. And it's simply just again cotton buds. Take a drinking straw. This is a straw from a spray bottle. And just cut some small lengths of your drinking straw. Put them on the ends of the cotton bud. And that's it, simple as that. So there we go, arms and legs done. I hope this was helpful. Next episode we'll talk about bodies, and I'll build a few different types of bodies. We'll pick one, and then we can use the arms and legs that we just made to build a full mech. and that'll be episode 3 of Scratch Build Basics. If you're still watching, thanks very much. Thanks for sticking with me, I really appreciate it. If you're not already, why not subscribe? I'm always open to comments or criticisms, so you know where to go there down below and work away. Look forward to seeing it, and I'll always answer comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.